Welcome to this morning flight of the Arrows RC Bearcat. It's a really beautiful looking RC airplane, and today I have this misty morning. It's always magical to be up early in the morning. So it's me in the mist. It is a little bit difficult to take off from grass, so I will just try to make it smooth.
Gear up.
Gears are up. I'm running this with a 3200 milliamp Spectrum battery to get the CG right, because with a 220 milliamp battery I think it is tail heavy, so that's why I'm putting the heavier battery inside. This is a 3S battery, and honestly I haven't tried 4S, but I would suspect that all of the Arrows RC warbirds would really benefit on flying them on the 4S battery, which is something I might look up in the future and then just check if the ESC will take it. So with full stick input on these maneuvers and not going full speed, I would say that the behavior is a little bit wonky.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
So in my experience, this Bearcat flies really well if you fly gentle and more scale and don't do too much aerobatics. And I think it's a great one, and it looks fantastic with this painting and the design of it. It's like a mixture of a T-28 and some other RC or plane. But this is, I mean, on 3S it's not too agile, but at the same time it is a little bit over control if you do 100% and you move the stick aggressively. So I mean, really far away from, in my opinion, from the best flying warbirds. So for instance, I mean, the E-flite Trojan T28 1.1 is so much better, but even something like the FMS PC21, for instance, it's also really gentle flying RC, but the PC21 is, to me at least, much better in how you control it, because there is really no bad tendency to it. And as I reported previously, I've had some pretty interesting and odd behavior from all my Arrows RC warbirds, in that they have started to spiral down, and I've experienced this on especially this Bearcat, but also the other RC airplanes now and then when I'm doing too aggressive maneuvers. So I mean, something like this, you can start that it will start to have some sort of tendency to spiral down. So when it's like you're confusing the airframe by doing some stupid moves, and then it cannot really recover. But it's a great looking RC airplane, and if you just fly like here, scale, it looks really nice. So with a 3200 milliamp battery, I set a timer for 6 minutes, which it can easily do. I suppose you can do at least 7 minutes. And when you fly slow, as you can see, it's just a really well-behaved RC airplane. Of course, this morning I have no wind, it's dead calm. And have this interesting mist also. Does also almost make it look a little bit magical.
Time remaining 1 minute.
But this is actually far from my favorite warbird, as it doesn't have the features I like. And of course,
Gear down.
to another RC pilot, this one might be a perfectly flying RC airplane, but in my book there are some things that make it not as good as the best ones. But it sure does excel in slow flying with flaps. It's time to make just go around and do landing. I know that this one has a real tendency to nose over, so I will try to flare at the end. Oh, okay. Well, so this is usually my landings on grass, is that the grass just grabs the wheels and then you cannot do much. So, I mean, that's the Arrows Bearcat then. A nice looking warbird.